to 9 West Coast, 10 to 12 on the East, girl, you better tune into it. And boy, I try to tell you this the new big movement. Sit down and catch a vibe, cause these folk foolish. That's what you can bank on, to the bank on. Plus the more mob and the rewatch gang strong. You were not tuned in the Zooming with the zoomies. I'm at zooming with the homies on, man. Hey, Tom.
Hey y'all, hey. I don't know about y'all, but I really be jamming to that Zooming with the Homies intro. But you know what it is, man? It's 7 p.m. on the West Coast, 10 p.m. on the East Coast, and it is Tuesday. It is time for another episode of Zooming with the Homies. And I will be your host this evening, Ty Davis. To those of you that may not know me, I am guest hosting tonight for the wonderful TahirMoore. So shout out to Tahir, shout out to the Moore Mob, of course. Shout out to the Rewatch Gang, making sure y'all watching the other episodes, even after this goes off, and watching the ones on Mondays. Appreciate you for that. Before we bring our guests in, I would like to remind you that a new episode of More to the Story is out right now. It stars the lovely Farron Moore, which is the wife of one TahirMoore, and Carrie Dad-Polee is on that episode as well. And she was on the last episode, so that's out now for you to take a look at. Tomorrow, Wednesday, is a new episode of Wording is Hard. It's going to have guest Just Niche, also known as Tanisha Rice. Super hilarious, funny lady. If you've never seen her do stand-up comedy before or watch her lives or anything, you are in for a treat. And last but certainly not least, on Thursday, another episode of Damn Internet You Scary with guest Audra. Of course, if you subscribe to TahirMoore's Patreon, you guys get to see stuff before the regular people do. So make sure that you take advantage of that. So again, shout out to Tahir, shout out to the Moore Mob, shout out to the Yam Fam, the Yamily, because I know a lot of you guys are here and you support me, and I appreciate that. So we are going to have a fantastic time. I've got some excellent topics for us to talk about. So let's not make you wait any further. Let's go ahead and get our guest up in here. Yes. So I am going to give individual introductions to each of our fine guests. And one of them is not here yet, but they will be pulling up any moment now. Now, I have met virtually one of tonight's guests, and one I do know in real life, and then two people I am meeting virtually for the first time. So I'm excited. So I'm going to kick off the introductions with those wonderful people. So let's start with Jay Washington. He is a professional wrestler turned stand-up comedian and actor, and he has toured all over the country. I'm so excited to meet you virtually, and hopefully one day I can meet you.
Same here.
How are you, Jay?
I'm good. I'm trying to wake up. I had a busy day, so I'm trying to wake up. I got coffee late at night, so I'm gonna be up all evening bouncing around like a rabbit. But I'm happy to be here. Very happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here, and we're going to have a fantastic time, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you and hear what your thoughts are on some of the things that I have planned for us to discuss. So,
for sure.
Awesome. Thank you for being here. Next up, we have Aaron Edwards Hall. It's a very regal name. Sounds very attorney-ish. It just so happens that Mr. Hall is a native of East St. Louis, like our beloved Tahir, now living in LA. He's an actor, writer, producer, teacher, minister. And I saw on your Instagram that you call yourself a co-minister. I don't know if I said that right, but we're going to get into it more. To the people that are watching at home, you may have seen him on Who's Got Jokes. You may have seen him on We Got Next. You may have seen him on True TV, Laugh Tracks. He's performed for the troops all around the world. Can we please show some love to Aaron Edwards Hall?
Yeah. Ty, thank you for that introduction. That was all right there. I appreciate it. I thought you were just gonna say coming up, Aaron. You ever had that introduction? Somebody just say your first name, like your life ain't important. That's what I thought was coming, but it didn't. You're
I
amazing.
feel like because I haven't met you or had any type of like real rapport, I wanted to give you a proper professional introduction.
I
But
appreciate it.
we will be here for 2 hours and we're gonna get to know each other and we're gonna become friends. And then I'm be like, Ern, what you had said, it's gonna turn into so, but thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to have you. And I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the next guest. Now, here's the thing about this young lady. I had the pleasure of virtually meeting you Saturday. I met this young lady Saturday, and when Tahir sent me the flyer, I was like, I know her. Like, where do I know her from? Like, I know her face, and it didn't dawn on me until we started talking. I was like, oh crap, that's my friend from the TikTok. Because I be friends with people in my mind and they don't know it. Little stalkerish, but whatever. We have none other than Jasmine W. She's a stand-up comedian. She's a digital content creator, host of the Colored Couch Conversations podcast, killing it on the Instagram, the YouTube, and the TikTok. 1.2 million followers on TikTok. She does lots of videos about microaggression and racism, and she is an advocate and supporter of women, Black women, to be a little bit more accurate. I love your White House HR videos. I love the things white women say that just like. I am a fan, and I am so happy that I had the opportunity to meet you, and I can't wait to meet you in real life. Can everyone that is in the audience of Zoom with the Homies, can we show our love to Jasmine W?
Oh, y'all are too much.
Hey,
I met Ty virtually on Saturday, and first of all, I don't want any comments about my sound. Okay. Second of all,
I'm
talking about everybody in the chat.
Look, I just said it earlier. I was getting it out the way. I think somebody else said it.
I know I sound like I'm in jail. Okay?
I ain't say nothing, Jasmine. You good.
Oh, that's how we're gonna do this, Aaron? I ain't say nothing.
I met Ty virtually on Saturday, and there's just some people that you meet, even if it's not in person, that you be like, oh my God, yes, I love her. So I'm excited that you're hosting Ty.
I'm happy that you're happy. And we're going to have some fun.
Just a lot of happiness. It's so good.
Right.
We're going to have some fun. And also, not to alienate the fellas, but I just take pride in my relationships and networking that I do with other women, comics and creators. And it is Women's History Month.
Yes.
So we will have today and tomorrow. So I'm delighted that I got the opportunity to connect with you. And if anybody is watching, and if you don't know who she is, I'm not just saying this because she's here, but if you're on TikTok, or even if you're not on TikTok, before I started following you on TikTok, my For You page shows your videos multiple times, like not the same video, different videos. Nice. And I'm like, damn, how you get on the For You page? Like, so you can't be on TikTok and not see her face. So that's all I'm saying.
Oh, gee.
Look who the slide up in the building.
Right there.
We're still doing introductions. We're still doing introductions. So let me go ahead and do your introduction as well, Jay Phillips. I like to try to make people feel good, especially since I'm doing this on Tahir's behalf, because, you know, I might want him to pick me again one day. But anyway, coming to Zoom in with the homies. You guys have seen him on here before. He is a stand-up comedian. He is a writer. He's an actor. He is a producer. He is a native of Chocolate City, Washington, D.C., the District of Columbia, if you will. And he was once voted Baltimore Magazine's Comedian of the Year. So those of you that may not know your geography, Baltimore and DC were like neighbors. And this guy is the host of the Mind of a Quiet Dude podcast and has a comedy album of the same name that's available for download right now on all streaming platforms. You've seen him in movies like Semi-Pro, Baby Mama, Prom Night Long. You may have seen him in a commercial during the Super Bowl, Aflac, McDonald's, CarMax, currently touring across the country. Can we all please show our love and respect to the wonderful, the phenomenal Jay Phillips?
Oh, goodness. I I want to meet this motherfucker myself.
She's incredible, ain't she?
I mean, this Jay Phillips dude sounds like he's just amazing, and then some.
Looking around like, who is this nigga? All right. I guess I have done some shit. All right, cool.
You done some stuff. You doing some stuff now.
Yeah,
And like I had to do, like I like to do my research because I want to make sure, like, you know how like you see somebody dancing in a club and they look ridiculous, or they might not killing it, but they got homies around and that be like, go off. That's what I want to do. So like whenever I'm hosting or like, you know, doing something where I gotta introduce someone, I always try to hype them up. Like, but I didn't have to lie about none of y'all, so this was great. So thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
So thanks for being here.
Very happy to be here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude off Coming to America. Very happy to be here.
So we've got an hour and 50 minutes, okay? And I have prepared some wonderful topics for us to discuss this evening, and I'm interested in what all of you think about it. Now, if you don't know me like Aaron and Jay, you might not know me like that. Every now and then, I like to do a little messy stuff, but I'm not going to start with the messy stuff. We gonna
Let me tell you something. You ain't said nothing but a word to me. I can do a whole show called Blurs in the Hood where we get ratchet. So bring it. I'm here for the ratchetness.
We're going to save the messy stuff to the end, but shout out to everybody watching at home, the Moore Mob, the Yam Fam, the Yamily. I am wearing my own merch tonight because I hope that you guys will buy it. Please, I'm poor.
We doing merch?
Yeah, I got my own. Yeah, we you got that Rocky merch. You
say joke sling.
You got to sell it.
Oh, there it is. Live, love, laugh. I like that.
All right.
And then joke slinger at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I didn't come ready. I'm sorry.
I mean, I got my
suit on Zoom.
I got my mask I can grab.
Zoom. I
but you can go get the merch.
I'm gonna get
got a wall.
You said nothing but a word. I'm gonna go.
Uh-oh.
You can go and get the merch. Look, anytime I'm about to start talking a lot, and especially when I'm about to spill the tea, I have to drink some tea. So, I want to start.
I mean, we got masks and everything. I just want to put out the certified supervillain mask that I got.
It's giving me Bane vibes.
You're damn right. That's what all this comic book stuff behind me. So just want to. Okay.
You know, I forgot to say this. I'm a little out of sorts. Personal summer, going through the pre-menopause. Mind your business. Listen, to the people watching at home, as you can see, some of us have, and I don't know if you want to change yours, Jasmine, or not, but we have our Cashapp information up here. So if the spirit moves you, let them use you, man.
Come on.
Something off.
Come on here, somebody.
We greatly appreciate that. I know for me, I do take a percentage of what I make on Zoom with the homies, and I always give it to the MooreMods. So shout out to the moderators that are in the chat right now, making sure that people stay in check, because sometimes y'all be saying some mean stuff, child, and then moderators snatch it right up out of there. So thank you so much to all of the moderators. Of course, Hippie Goals is producing and working behind the scenes, helping us out tonight, because y'all know I'm beautiful. I don't know how to do none of this. So thank you, Hippie Goals.
That's what's up.
I know how to do this.
Yeah.
Okay. So where do we want to start? So this is interesting. I wanted to start somewhere light, which was interesting. You ever like see something and it makes you feel like older than what you really thought you were? I saw, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, I'm not sure. I'm old. I forget that one of my favorite movies, The 5 Heartbeats, is 30 years old.
God damn, Ty, how old are you?
Well,
Jay starts. Well, Jay, you started out the gate shooting. Right, that's how we go. Right out the gate. Well, how old are you? Okay.
How old are you?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Put it like this.
You never asked the lady.
That's right. But just sit back and watch these fireworks real quick.
I was very much born for a minute when the 5 Heartbeats came out.
I accept that answer.
You know, I got some churn. You know, I got some churn. I got some grand churn.
Damn.
You know?
Oh, you got grandkids?
Mm-hmm. You know what they say?
That means she drink good water. Look at her skin. She drink good water. She drinking that alkaline water.
Well, black don't crack. And also, I was a teen mom, and I'm not ashamed of my past. But the answer to your question is, I'm 40. I am 40 years old, and I don't know
I like
why.
that look off to the left when you did it. Boy, they would eat your ass up in first 48.
40.
I'm 40 years old.
Like, oh, she looking to the left, goddamn.
Like there was somebody.
I'm 40 years old.
Are you 40 or LA 40? Because LA 40 means you're really 52.
Wait, I'm supposed to have an LA age?
You know everybody got an LA age. If you say if you don't look, you know what I'm saying? Some people be out here, how old are you? I'm 35, and they really be 56. Like, what's wrong with your life?
Like how old do you really think Kurt Franklin is?
Kurt Franklin, 118 years old. Because he's too short to grow and age at the same time, and that anger be pent up.
So wait. So okay, so your LA age is younger than what your real age is. Like how much of a difference is it supposed to be?
Depending on what's in your face.
Depends on what you can pull off. That's what it is.
What you can pull off and what your face look like. Like if you've been through a lot of shit in the face and it just look like life been stressing you, then you can't take away that many years. But if you look like you good with the Lord and you talk to yourself and you walk on a cloud, maybe about 7 to 10.
Okay. So truthfully honest, and my birth certificate around here somewhere, I am 40. I am actually 40. I was born.
Let me see your hands.
What did you? She ain't got them biblical. No, because she ain't got them. She ain't got them biblical. She ain't got them biblical fox
Your
hands.
hands look so good.
Because it's about the hands. That's
you know what I'm saying? You use good lotion.
Women be tricking us. You can tell by the hands. You can't lie.
Hands out here looking like you've been playing 7 games of straight basketball on the court all day.
Hands
just like
look good.
So I'm 40. But I've been a mother for a really long time. So I feel older than what I am. Like my oldest is 26 and my youngest is 17. So I've been a mother for over half my life. And but I don't have an LA age. So I need y'all to help me with what that should be, because before we leave Zooming with the homies tonight, I need to know what my LA age should be.
33.
Yeah,
34, 33, 34.
33.
You won't be lying.
So, but let's go. Look,
33.
So let's go 30. So let's make Jay Phillips happy. Let's go 33 to 35. Can we give it that range? Can we get a better range? 33 to 35.
I think 33 is
33.
it.
Okay, 33. I'm gonna write it down.
It just sounds made up to me.
33 does.
33 sounds made up.
It's odd.
33.
Why?
Because don't nobody really use their ages in a regular number. It's always a 5 or a 0.
Yeah, I mean, it's just always like, you know, if you're just tapping keys at that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your password? 0000001. Like,
you get the 1.
Put some mystery into it. Put a 4 or a fucking something.
So I can. So y'all saying I can pass the 33? Okay, some people being disrespectful in the comments. I
can't even see the comments. Where are the comments?
I mean, the proof is right there in the comments. They'll tell you what your age looks like.
Somebody said Ty Davis is 37. Bet
37. 33, 34. A good average of all of that shit is what? 35.
You got to damn. How did the average go up?
I saw somebody say 32.
I see a 37.
Okay, I see the 37. I saw somebody say Ty's in her 40s. No, motherfucker, I'm 40.
See, there you go. The average went back up.
That was that aggression.
45.3.
Like I'll be 41 this year, but I got time. But for the remainder of this Zoom, I am 32 years old.
32.
Okay.
I like 32. I'm going to be
32. If you like it, I love it.
32 for the rest of this live. But of course, I'm sure I'm going to give that away with some of the things that I say. Like, so I'm sitting there and I'm looking, I'm like, yo, the 5 Heartbeats is 30 years old. I thought that was crazy because I can still watch the 5 Heartbeats today, right now, and enjoy it like I've never seen it. So,
me too.
Question to the panel: do we all love the 5 Heartbeats?
I'm biased. Yes,
of course.
I'm biased. Robert Townsend from Chicago, from the crib, made it. Harry Lennox, one of my friends, and I'm hang out with Choir Boy now. So I'm like, I hang out with Choir Boy. I'm like, hey, bro, I used to watch you singing, sounding real high in the voice, and your daddy mad because he thought you was a heathen. Like,
wait, like you hung out with him in real life?
Yeah, so Choir Boy and I do this football podcast for the digital podcast network. So we hang out on the regular. And Harry Lennox and I, we were in Chirac together. So that's how we got cool. And then, so.
What position did Choir Boy play?
Did he play football? I don't remember. I just know he played. I'm just saying. I just know he was half
Y'all
voice.
not friends.
Hey, bro, I ain't whipping to ask that question.
Whole podcast.
Hey, no, we talk about actually. We talk about the NFL. I ain't trying to worry about what position that man played. Okay, I'm talking to do my job.
That means nobody played. That's all that means. That's cool. That's all right.
You ain't got
Talking to an athlete, goddamn Aaron want to know who your goddamn athletic coordinator is.
Right, Aaron. Like, what was your 40?
Your goddamn AC.
Hey, look, what was your 40? What was your 40? You got a record time? Like, what, man?
I remember all my coaches, goddamn.
All of them.
every damn near every team, damn near every teammate that I've had. I remember most of them really, really closely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So I didn't play any sports. Jasmine.
All right, I roll the blunt.
I ran track and I used to do hurdles and I fell one time and after that I quit. So no.
You just said all that's it. This one time.
I said, fuck it. This is ridiculous. Why am I even doing this?
That's like all the jokes we hear about dudes be talking about. Yeah, I was playing football in high school and they hit me one time and I walked off the field and went home. Like, God damn, you just left during the whole game. Like,
hey, man, don't talk about me like that. That was me.
My little brother did that.
You goddamn right. That was me. I stuck the basketball. I beat your ass with a ball, but that football was a whole nother thing. I was like one of the fastest dudes in the school. And I
feel like every black man say that. Why does every black man?
I got proof behind mine. I mean, he see me out on the court before. I'm not slow. So,
and I seen Jay on the court when he was 40. So
right,
moving past 22-year-olds. So
absolutely, that's my point.
Yeah. Look at she done ate something. That's why you didn't play sports. Ty, what's going on?
This nigga's horrible.
Okay.
Out here eating snacks before you play no goddamn sports. What? Oh.
I have low blood sugar and I have to eat. So I have
you should have said that earlier when you said about the age and everything. You should be like, look, hot summer, low blood sugar. Right, it's gonna be awkward.
43 right there.
See, so I was sitting here thinking, right, like these people don't want to talk to me. They're not interested in me until I'm doing something.
Okay.
Anywho,
that was a child that's finna get cussed out. Did you see the eye roll, y'all? Did you see that turn?
Something happened negative.
Did you saw the turn? That eye roll was like, oh, I will murder you.
I got a little nervous. I didn't know what the fuck was happening.
Because it's like, man, let me do the thing.
She took a whole pause. She was like,
right.
People don't want to talk to
because
you.
I don't want
you doing shit.
I'm trying to do a good job. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm trying to stay focused. Oh, I know what I was going to ask y'all. So we're talking about the 5 Heartbeats, right? Mm-hmm. Movie's 30 years old. Everybody has seen it. I want to know from each of y'all, what is your favorite part or scene or song or whatever from the movie? Of course, for me, it's going to be when they was at the talent show and they was getting booed and then choir boy was jumping, running from the stuff. And then they ended up doing a good job and they ended up doing it like they did in the tunnel.
Mine was after, like, I think it was Eddie Kane was singing and the dude took and like old girl in the front just swooned and passed out. And the one nigga was like, every night I got to prove my love. I was like, nigga, you don't need to be in this relationship if your girl keeps swooning over other people. Like, that's because it was just real that the power these dudes had in their singing voices. Where she was just like,
Jay might be young. That was 2 separate niggas you talking about.
I was going to say that was definitely
JT was singing.
No, okay, it was JT. That's who it was. It was JT singing. My bad.
And the nigga was in the beginning of the movie who had to fight.
But you know what the hell I meant.
He might be 25. That's what I'm saying, Jay. We don't know, you know.
Okay, I'm glad. We gonna leave it at that you niggas don't know how, because we're not gonna make this discussion of how old is Jay Washington is, bitch. We just had that between Ty and Jay.
Intertwined movies, and then on Coach Carter, it's like, nigga, what are we talking about?
Let me tell you something, old Sunset Park ass
This is
nigga
a
right
classic,
there.
Jay.
It's been a minute since I seen it, but I know what my favorite part is, nigga.
But so you got two favorite parts, because you said the part where Eddie Kane was singing, which was the part where I was talking about where the lady fell out. Cookie fell out. And then you was talking about after when they was at this other spot and Duck and JP was doing Shy Brothers.
That's what it was, yeah.
Okay.
And the dude was like, every night I gotta prove my love. And this nigga was just mad.
All right, what you got, Aaron? What's your favorite part?
My favorite part was the how does it feel to be me? Like that when he came and it was over and everybody knew it was over. Because we see that in our industry. You know, they normally sound like OJ jokes. When you hear an OJ joke, that's a how does it feel to be me moment. You know what I mean? Like we see that a lot. So that's my favorite part because he was the man. He gave it away, and then he came back and did it. And then I do have two like Jay. My office hours are from 9 to 5. Nigga, that is the funny.
That was official.
Whitney had a good point. She put when Eddie flashed the blue suit, the nights like this, I would bring.
Hey, Aaron, the nigga was like, Zang.
I still got it, baby.
Still got it.
That's rough, bro.
Now let me ask you this, Aaron. Have you ever had like a moment in your career or anything in general where somebody like hit you with the how does it feel to be me? Like has anybody ever how did you feel to be me? You?
Not yet. Well, actually, it was funny. I won't say his name. I was doing I used to do a lot of churches, right, and be big like that. And so a comic who he was more of a character, right? He was doing his thing at this big church we were going to, and then I started getting run, and he didn't like it, like because I was getting love, and he came up to me one day and said, "You just cut me in my throat." Like right after altar call, I was like, "Hey, man," he said, "Yeah." And he walked
He hit you
off.
with one of them joints.
I said, "What? What was that? What's
after the altar call though? Like the doors of the church are open. And
did you say a prayer for him?
I didn't know what happened. He left, Jay. The next Sunday, I was gonna be like, "Man, whatever I did, my bad." Never saw him again. I don't know if he left the church, the Lord, the profession. Just never to this day.
You
don't know where he is.
Even right now, you don't know what you did.
I ripped. I think that's what it was. I think I had a good set, which doesn't matter for the Lord, right?
No, it don't.
You can bomb for Jesus. Bomb for
this
Jesus.
Man,
so you can be the reason that he quit everything.
Which is amazing, though, low key. That's
that's
I might have been doing God's work.
Wait, what did he say you did again? He cut
you just cut.
You'd have made that man give up the church.
I was 1 year in the game. I didn't know
he gave up church, his career, everything. He didn't want to be around. That man then went to a Ralph's and changed his name.
One more time, Aaron. What did he do? What did he say?
Yeah.
Hit my throat. That's what he said. And I didn't.
That's a long ass slash.
That meant, man.
A slash went from here to a show.
The whole that mean like I took a knife and nipped that. I mean all of that.
Do it again.
You doing a long like
but look, he was the man. I'll tell you. So I was going to City of Refuge, Bishop Noel Jones, right? So I ended up doing that's back when I used to do impersonations, and I had him spot on back then. And the church loved it, but I wasn't thinking about him. You know, I was just doing my thing, and he felt like that was it. But the Sunday before, he gave me some of the best advice ever. He was like, I was talking to him, and he was like, "Why are you so worried about your weaknesses?" I was like, "I don't know." He was like, "When you get to a certain point, you pay people to take care of your weaknesses. You just focus on your strengths." Right? I was like, okay. Next Sunday, I went up there and focused on my strength, and he said, "Yes,
That man he didn't think you was gonna take that advice. He was like, you was a young comic, you ain't gonna take this advice at all. You come back the next week, he like, this nigga here.
Crazy.
Now, Aaron, I'm gonna stick a pin in that. I'm gonna hold that because I got a question for you. I was doing some research and it's interesting you brought up that story. So I got a question for you about that story, but I do want to hear Jay and Jasmine's favorite part. But don't lose this because I'm gonna come back to this.
I can't lose that. I can't lose it. That's still in my mind.
Jasmine, what's your favorite part of the 5 Heartbeats?
Well, I think my favorite part was like everything, a little bit of what everybody else said. No, I'm joking because I know they're getting ready to rip me up, but I don't remember seeing that ever. I don't think I have seen that.
The movie's 30 years old.
I've seen The Temptations, and I can tell you my favorite part of that movie.
Oh, wait. You don't know if you've seen the 5 Heartbeats?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it. Like, I think I've seen it on BET in bits and pieces, but I don't think I've ever seen it, like the whole thing.
22.
Yeah.
22.
22,
Yep.
24.
First of all, you guys
With a
don't know
mother
how old
and a
I
father.
am.
21.
If you say you older than 29 and like I ain't seen the 5 Heartbeats, we really gonna have some discussions on this panel. Like,
Well, we won't be having that discussion because you guys won't be learning how old I am. I'm a Hollywood 23. Okay,
There you go.
32.
Okay.
32 then. But I mean, the 23 works. I mean, you get all the, saying print ads and Clairol commercials and you do the cover girl and all the good stuff.
You might
Now,
be
what I would say
21
is
though.
this.
You got a lot of thirst in these comments. Niggas
Man.
is nasty.
Yeah, they
ain't
all
they?
over you.
Niggas is
Stand up.
thirsty in
They
his
love
comments.
them hands.
Listen, the comments, they're loving you. They're loving the skin. They're loving the glue. They're loving the hair. You are winning in the comments. And
Killing it.
Thank y'all.
because I am in therapy, I had my therapy session today. I want you to see that, Jasmine, you've been heard. You are seen. They're not going to minimize you or dismiss the fact that you may or may not have seen the 5 Heartbeats. You are still very much welcome and cared for here.
Thank
There
you.
will be no bullying. We will not pick on you.
I love how she went to this is what I learned in therapy today. You are heard.
Work on my
That's
issue.
good.
Jay
Yes.
Phillips.
I mean, you don't know when it always applies.
Jay Phillips, what's your favorite part?
My favorite part of the movie was something that was kind of relatable. Probably not everybody else's favorite part, but my favorite part is, you remember the first time that they heard their song on the radio together?
Ah,
And they
man.
really turned it up and they woke everybody up. And
Man.
that feeling that everybody in the family had, it was like they heard everybody just started fucking juking and shit right there in front of the radio. They was hitting the Negro dance, you know what I'm saying? When you clap and stomp, they was doing all that shit. That was great because I remember that feeling the first time that I had something that was published for everybody to see. And it was just like you run around like your head. It was like, oh shit, I'm on TV, I'm on something. You know what I'm saying? So I related to that. So that's my favorite part of it because that's real. That's what's most relatable. Outside of that, it's probably, when he comes back with the nights like this, but I think that's everybody's, that's just a memorable moment. But my favorite part is the part that I can relate to.
Yeah,
it's funny you say that, Jay. I'm sorry. Tom.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead, Aaron.
Tell the world. It's funny you say that, Jay, because I remember Jay, my big homie in the game. One of my big homies, man. I remember when I started, every time I went up, Jay would be there. I would go to him like, "Did you see my set?" He'd be like, "Nah, I didn't see it." I was like, "Oh man," I really believed he did not see it, like for 3 years straight. And then one time at the Laugh Factory, I saw him. I was like, "You saw my set?" He was like, "No." He just started laughing. Like, nigga, I've been seeing your set. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, it's so funny.
Because Jay said what you're not about to do is.
He did.
Hey man, here's what always get him. He used to watch him on stage, and he would rip, and he would in his mind would know that everybody was about to come give him some dap. Show him love. And nigga was like, yeah, when you walk on stage, and you hit one of these. You doing this shit and you waiting for somebody to go touch. He like, yeah.
You shot this nigga's whole ego down.
How'd I do? And I'd be like, oh, when you going up?
That's what he was saying.
When you about to go, you went up already?
His whole ego down, just like
he go from this right here to this.
Young comics are dumb, bro.
They kept you humble. He kept you grounded.
Hey, Aaron, you been out. Aaron and Jay, y'all been out when we used to have jokes and notes in Chicago. How it used to be.
Yeah,
like if you come off stage, you be looking for Mary Lindsay, trying to get some things. They Mary, did you see the set? Mary like just walking past you. You like, man, what I got to do to get
Mary stayed in her office the whole time I was in Chicago, nigga. I did 2 days, 4 shows.
Yep.
Never came out of her office.
I hate that I never had the opportunity to go to that spot or work that spot because I hear so many stories about it. So
jokes was legendary.
It was pretty dope.
Man.
It's like even when I hear stories about like the peppermint, and I'm like, dang, like that
peppermint wasn't dope, but it was a necessary evil.
I was gonna say I heard that's where you
wasn't
went
dope,
to get strong.
Wasn't fucking dope.
At all.
Not fucking dope.
It's so strong and adamant in Jay face. Wasn't fucking dope.
They said it was tough in there. They said that's where you need to build up. But
I've done it a couple times. I'm not saying it's not doable. I'm not saying that. I've done well in there, but it is not fun. It's not to me. I'm at a point in my career where I try not to, like I've been 26 years. I've grinded through every one of those type of rooms. I left my mark in Baltimore, left my mark in DC. I've been through every rough room, every on the East Coast. I came up paying all of my dues before I did any television. And when I did TV, I still went back and did Uptown Comedy every year. I still go back and do Baltimore Comedy Factory every year. I mean, clubs that people who are more mainstream acts have problems performing in because the audiences are more real and more urban based and more in your face. And I put those on my calendar every year for the last 20 years. But there's certain rooms that I'm not going to do that shit no more. Certain one, like a one-nighter in Jersey at the Peppermint Lounge right now is not appealing to me when I got to get up there and fight just to be heard for 30 minutes and struggle to see if you can make it through with people. Hey man, I'm cool on that. God damn it. I've done that already. I'm cool. My shit already works. I don't need to know if it works in this room. I know it works.
Man,
that
that's
sense.
100.
I don't think right. Well, I don't know right now if there is on the East Coast. Jay, you might know. I don't know if any of you guys know. Like on the East Coast, I don't know if there's a spot like that. I heard that what's this place called? It's in New York. It's called shit. I don't know, but they said there's a room in New York where it's like, hey man,
a room.
Yeah,
it's like
right, right. Because Brooklyn got a bunch of them bitches.
Freddie Ricks, probably his room.
Yeah, Freddie Ricks got one. BBQ.
I want to say Smokey.
Smokies.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta compete with a Jamba Juice machine behind you.
Man,
and
terrible,
yeah, so you be like, and then I said, so your joint better be funny. And then people, last time I was performing, I'm killing. I mean, I had a great set, but people were walking past me during my punchline. You know what I mean? Like, and then, excuse me, brother. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You got to do those though. Those, like Jay said, those are rites of passage rooms.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Sure. Uptown.
I get it. Uptown in
Atlanta,
right?
On a Sunday.
That's in Atlanta, Aaron.
Yeah.
Okay.
What my name is, and then you got to go. I remember performing opening before Jay, Uptown. We ripped before.
That's right.
Jay
You was with me in Uptown.
Yeah. Ripped right before, because Jay came in on the headliner nights. Thursday, I'm there Wednesday, killing, right? But then the real nights, see, every city got its own personality, right? Chicago is real. Atlanta, they think they funnier than you. New York is harsh. LA, everybody knows somebody famous, so they think they better than you. I'm in Atlanta. we do a good job. Me and the couple openers. So the night Jay comes, that night the host decides she gonna do birthdays, and if you quit your job and if you got a paycheck for an hour and a half of total pandemonium. And then I was the first time she introduced me. She said, well, this comic did good last night. We gonna see tonight. Aaron. That's why I'm so impressed by your introduction. Aaron, I go up. The only way I survived that set,
that's the fact.
I think I told him, I said,
you started with a Lord joke.
Yeah, and then I told him, well, I appreciate this Mortal Kombat set y'all gave me. Finish him, right? And then they started laughing. I got off. I remember Jay took me to Gladys Knights, and we had a meal. And that was the day Jay encouraged me to get a job.
Nigga encouraged
me.
I
Bro,
put my hand on the back of his shoulders. And was like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
look, I was selling medical. I had come from making 6 figures.
This nigga was making a lot of bread.
You know who do shit like that to you, Jake? You know who do shit like that? Bald-head and Marlon Mitchell. They'll do shit like that to you. They'll be like, you know, it just ain't. Look, sometimes God got other plans for you. You like what?
But he was right, because I wasn't at the point where I should have quit my job. And so then after him talking to me, and then Naeem Lynn got a hold of me and was like, man, here goes some clothes, man. Get yourself together. Get a job until you don't have to work no more. Because, you know, honestly, when you move out to LA, you think you good enough. And if you don't, you're not going to move out to LA. You understand? So you got to go through those hiccups and all that stuff, go back, do your thing, and then get back. But, you know, I ended up touring with Earthquake and doing my thing, but it just like, he was right. I didn't want to hear it, but he was right. So I appreciate them. That waffle and chicken, man, I needed it because I didn't have enough money to even I didn't have a tip. I didn't have enough to tip.
It's all good, man. I knew you were gonna be straight, but you was out here struggling for no motherfucking reason at all. I'm like, come on, man, what are you doing? All you got to do is answer the phone and go to work, and you can have $8 grand in your bank in about 2 weeks. What the fuck is you doing out here hungry, nigga? Go get something to eat. Tell these jokes at night. And keep on rocking, my nigga. What is the problem?
Man, I was stupid. That was the problem.
So let me ask you this, Aaron. So because you're in LA now, right?
No, I ended up moving to Pittsburgh. Long story.
God damn it. That's why I ain't seen you. Okay.
Yeah, that's where my babies are.
When you decided to like quit your job and pack up and move to LA, you were like, hey, I'm good, right? I got what it takes right now. Cause I did some research.
No, I moved to LA and got a job.
Okay. Cause I saw something interesting about you in my research that I must ask you about.
What's that?
You got a standing ovation the very first time you did stand-up comedy, and you wrote a 15-minute set in 15 minutes.
Yep.
The standing ovation that you got, was that the 15-minute set you wrote in 15 minutes, or was that something else that you did?
Yeah, so when I wasn't a comic yet, really. And so one night I was in college, I was playing ball, and I didn't take comedy serious. And it was almost like God woke me up and said, go write. So I go to the little student thing and I write this 15-minute set, 15 minutes. I go perform it, stand and no. Go perform it again, stand and no. So I go to come into the stage auditions and make all the way to the final cuts. I had only been on stage 3 times. And so it really was a tool God was using to show me, like, I got something for you. So when I moved to LA, I was working and I wasn't even thinking about stand-up. But I understood that I had a gift for it. But the reason I was getting standing O's is because I didn't care at all. So when I got serious about comedy, it went like this fast. I mean, that's back when you go to the union, you had to invite at least 7 people. There are at least 52 people that don't believe in me and never will. I was stinking it up. That's what it is. Like when you got to invite.
Hey, Aaron, when you going up?
Straight up though, like I was terrible. Like because now I was serious about it. Now there was pressure, and now I had to fight through that. But I mean, I got over it and figured it out. But I started off great because I didn't care, and that's where all comics try to get to, is where we don't care anymore, and we do that. But I started out like that and ended up caring, and it got bad swiftly, expeditiously.
You went in it not caring, and then you cared, and then so we learn care less.
Yeah, but I mean, it's easy to say, but when you just start comedy, you don't know what you're doing, man.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know. Like, I care a lot about what I like.
Well, what helped me is I took David Arnold's class. David Arnold, a great writer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I took his class like 6 months in the game, and it was like being in a locker room. He's like, you niggas is out here doing all these jokes, and you're not. What are you doing? You know what I mean? And he was just like hammering us, and he got me that the first rule of comedy was don't give a you know what, like don't care at all. And so I didn't get this. Well, I try. I mean, not on here.
Oh my bad. Because I just realized you was like, you don't give a you know what. I was like, what? What doesn't he give? A fuck? I was like,
somebody put another call in my life. So
wait, didn't you say Aaron was a minister?
He did say that he was in the
Yes.
That I mean, but because I know some pastors and reverends and church folk that they use the words like
not on Zoom, not on this. They don't.
Okay,
not in the pulpit.
In other words, not where it can be recorded and put back out for the people to see. Like, no, not in the presence of humans.
You got pastor on IG Live talking about thoughts.
Not because you're trying to be fake, since some people can't handle that, and then you got a word. They like, nigga, I remember you was cussing and doing this, that, and the other, and it ain't really for me. It's for folks.
God said.
Right.
You niggas.
Right.
I'm like, what pastor that said that, Ty?
I don't know any pastor.
There was one. Y'all remember that one? Y'all remember that?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas is crazy. I got that clip. I put that shit up on Twitter whenever somebody say something dumb. Like, what's wrong with you? You niggas is crazy. Like,
what I will say this is, Aaron, I respect your decision. Because I had therapy today. I respect your decision to not use profanity. However, fucker it up tonight. So
do your thing. I don't care.
But I just wanted you to know that I don't want you to feel uncomfortable, but I'm going to use dirty words.
Guys, I'm not like that. I mean, I'm just a regular dude, man. I just try to look out for other people. That's the only reason. But when I'm with my boys, it's that I know and trust, it's a different story.
They're not gonna rat you out and be like, yo, Aaron be cussing.
Well, we just talking, you know what I mean? Because people don't understand the word. When this talks about curse, it's not talking about, bitch. It's talking about actually word curses. You know what I'm saying? But people don't understand that. So they don't understand the difference between saying, I hope you, doing the Sealy, everything you do is going, that's a curse.
That's a hex, nigga. That ain't a curse. That's a hex. And the nigga gotta go from here to here.
All the way.
It's right to hit him first. After him doing some shit like that in your face, you could have jabbed him.
Right.
You could have took that as a threat. But like, nigga, I had to pop you to get you up off me. You doing some shit like that.
And he wasn't never gonna see this nigga again because clearly the nigga disappeared after that. Like,
never seen him, bro. I don't know where he at.
That nigga probably watching this Zoom right now, talking about that's that young nigga right there that got me out the game.
He nigga like that.
DMs, but you gotta get the all request button to see him.
Hey, young fella, I was wondering how you been doing. That nigga that sent you messages the past 3 years, nigga.
Yeah. Man, when I found that goddamn all request button, I was like, God damn, I'm famous. I had no clue.
That's hilarious.
It was about 3 years before I found that shit. I was scrolling days. I was like, these niggas love me. I had no clue.
Oh wait, the first thing you say to yourself is, "God damn, I'm famous." Like you ain't even say, "What the fuck is that?" You say, "Shit, you know what? My value is skyrocketed. Goddamn it, I'm good. You know what? Look at all these niggas want to talk to me that I don't know. All right,
Same thing, man.
Ooh. Oh man, that is funny. Okay, well, I have a question for Jasmine.
Yeah.
Now, and this is it's more like a ladies question, but I do want to pose it on the other side for the fellas. So I was looking at these videos, right? So I look at like interesting things. So if anybody ever did like a search history, they'd be like, why you be looking at that? Not the porn stuff, but like regular stuff, right? So like I am fascinated by videos of people like doing hair and makeup, right? So I saw this video the other day of this guy he had like a George Jefferson,
Yes, he bought
off his Maybach, basically. And but I was watching the process of them putting a unit on him. And then
I like it when they call it a unit. That's dope.
Right.
You could just say they gave this nigga a lace front. You said, right? They gave this nigga a lace front. She was like, a unit.
Being a little thought right now. You a hoe. You got a little piece of hair on your head.
They put the unit on the man, right? Cul-de-sac, hilarious. So they put the unit on him, but then I would see other videos where men were getting unit beards.
Okay.
Right? Them niggas was going to thought universities.
Terrible.
So I got to talking with one of my homegirls, and I was like, hey, like, could you date a dude? No, I know that you are attached. You're very much married and all, but I don't know if he's bearded or not, but let's say
he's bearded. Yes, he's bearded.
Okay. So let's say hypothetically he's not bearded, right? Okay. He got the bald face, and he come home one day, like he call you and he like, hey baby, I got a surprise for you.
Yeah.
He walks in the house with a full unit on his face. My homegirl asked me, could I date a man that had a unit on his head or his face? And I was like, yeah, I could. So I want to ask you, if yours was bald face and he came home with a full beard, would you be like, if you don't get that off your face, like, what's you feeling about that?
Okay, you know what? A unit on his head, I think is fine. You know, as long as it looks good, as long as it's undetectable, and as long as you going back every 2 weeks to get that shit edged up and glued back down, okay? That's the first thing. Yeah, you better not miss an appointment either. Yeah. But the unit on the unit on the head is cool. But the unit on the face, I don't think I can go with that, because
I think that's goddamn self-esteem issues when you got to put a wig on your face.
You want a nigga coming out with Ecuadorian refugee hair. This nigga got Ecuadorian refugee hair on his face, talking about some shit. It's all mine.
Young Jock just did it, like, on his face.
Girl,
Young Jock also went through a perm. That nigga also had an Aretha Franklin perm at one point in time.
I'll say this: if you get a wig unit on your face, there's a good chance that you're gonna get breast implants in the next 2 years.
At least.
Wait.
This nigga got a full set and everything. Talking about some ma'am.
I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry, Walter. Walter said, "Wait, what a unit?" Listen, I probably said it wrong. I don't know if it's called a unit beard or a fake beard.
This is a unit.
And this nigga got a lace front big.
He got a lace face.
A lace face beard, right? This nigga got a
face. And okay, so then to the guys. So if I don't know what y'all situations. Okay, Jay Phillips.
What's up?
Let's say you decide tomorrow, you know what? I want a low cut Caesar with the D waves.
I'm gonna do the what now?
They can put a unit on you. What if you decided I want dreadlocks tomorrow?
Sure.
Would you do so? Are you anti-unit on the face and on the head?
I would do it for work. If I'm doing a project, I look forward to the day where they was like, hey, I need this nigga to have this much hair. Then they ain't got to put nothing on me to put. I mean, I'm cool with that for work. I'm an actor. Shit. I mean, people wear wigs every day in acting.
I mean, like, I'm talking about like.
No, I don't have real life.
This is all I eat, man. I get off the plane, wake up, tell jokes, go somewhere, tell jokes there, come pick my kids up, drop them off, tell jokes, and then before I go to bed, I'm on Zoom telling some fucking jokes. This is what
That's
I do,
it.
baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what else to do. I don't clock out.
So Jay, are you married or do
I'm
you have
married.
You're married,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, what if your wife was like, "Can you get a little fade situation just for like my birthday or something like that?" What
Tell
would
them
you
to
say?
grow up.
Yep. And
What type of birthday present is that? Look, I know you've been bald
That's
for the past
weird.
20 years we've been together, but this year
You better
I
look
just
back
want
to
you-
one of them pictures when I had some hair when we met.
right.
Right.
You get
Who
the
you-
Eddie
who you
Winslow
seeing?
or something. What?
Not
I can grow hair. I just choose to be bald because it don't look as good as I want it to look when it's full.
Yep.
I got a
Amen.
hairline. I got all that shit. I literally can. I'm not bald because I'm struggling. I'm
I
bald
didn't say
because
that.
no, I didn't say you did. I'm just for the record. I can grow hair, but I don't like the way it don't grow. Shit, I went from
Growing
from shoulder length braids to this.
My shit I just felt like my
bald 'cause
head
I'm
was the right
struggling.
shape. I got the right size
Yeah.
head to be bald. You know what I'm saying?
You
'Cause every
see,
nigga head don't
everybody-
fit.
See,
Everybody
y'all got
can't
all
pull
these
off a bald
stories.
head though.
Oh,
Like
I
you got
got-
bald?
Let me tell you why I'm bald. You'll never believe this. This don't even run in my family. My dad got this back here. I'm supposed to have my hair. I found out at 19 that I went bald at 19. I found out it's because I was stressing. So it's a story I tell sometimes. I was a virgin until I was almost 20. They called me Church Boy Aaron. I caught up, but it was back then.
That's
I
why
was
you
like,
lost your fucking hair.
Right. You was stressed
I was-
out, nigga.
well,
You
no, I
wasn't
was a
getting there. They were
virgin.
like, what am I
No,
do
no.
about all this?
No, that wasn't what it was. When I started having sex, I kept going because I threw the whack D the first time, of course. And I said, I cannot have her telling everybody about this. So I'm going to figure it out and then I'm going to stop. But I couldn't. And I was playing ball, so I didn't know nothing about it. Nobody gave me a birds and bees talk. They thought I was going to be a virgin forever. So I had no idea. I ended up being a hoe. So the problem was I grew up old school Pentecostal, and every denomination has its cardinal sin. And if you Pentecostal, it's fornication.
Yes, it is.
So literally, I thought I was going to hell every night, but I couldn't stop.
This story is wild.
It was too good.
I just want to know what your
repentant.
repentant what was your repentant prayers like?
I don't know. I would beat something down and then just lay there awake, like, well, he's coming to take me. This is it. This is the night. Satan is coming.
You was coming first, then Satan was coming later.
My barber was cutting my hair. He's like, he from the side. My barber was from the side. He said, fam, hey Joe, this ain't your hair pattern ain't supposed to be like this. He was like, what you worried about? I was like, man, I ain't worried about nothing. I'm 20.
Nigga told you was worried while he was cutting your hair. You shouldn't have took that
Therapy.
nigga shit.
Hey, that nigga got clippers back here shaping up this shit. Like, nigga, what you stressed out about? Like,
Didn't realize it for like 2 years.
Hey, Tahir's in the comments. Hey, Tahir. Everybody say hey, Tahir.
Hey,
hey, what I
up,
do?
boy?
Shout out to TahirMoore. He's letting me drive the car tonight, y'all. Because he let me drive it before and I didn't crash. So he let me drive again. So we love to hear. Shout out to the Moore Mob. Also, this is an excellent time to remind the people that are watching at home, if you have not hit the like button yet, please do so.
that.
Also, the cash apps of my very funny colleagues are displayed upon the screen. If the spirit moves you, let him use you. And go ahead and drop something off in the Cash App. And do not forget that there is a new episode of More to the Story that is out right now with the very lovely TahirMoore and Carrie Dad Poley, which are the wives of TahirMoore and Keon Poley. So support that tomorrow. Episode of Wording is Hard with Just Niche. Just Niche is so freaking funny. I swear.
love Niche.
Oh my gosh, she's so funny. Please
always
check it
love
out.
her.
And then Thursday is a new episode of Damn Internet You Scary with guest Audra or Andra. I'm gonna look at it, but basically go watch all of these things, and do not forget, if you're not already doing it, to subscribe to TahirMoore's Patreon. Now also like, comment, share, and follow us. You see what we're doing here. We're chopping it up now. Aaron,
Shout
The
out Ernestine too for hitting the cash out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sis.
Thank you for the
sis.
blessing.
Wow.
Now, question for you, Aaron.
Yes.
Would you be open to
Uh-huh.
a unit upon your head or upon your face? Would you do a lace face?
Man, it is what it is.
Okay.
I'm 38. I haven't got tired. I wouldn't have done that at 22. It is what it is. And
Okay.
you make it work. You know what I'm saying? I can pull off the ball, so it is what it is.
What about you, Jay Washington? I'm gonna say y'all last name so I don't confuse it. So Jay Washington, what you think?
I'm with Jay Phillips. Like, if it's as an actor, like if they need me for a project to have a bunch of hair on my head and face, then yeah, glue it on. I can grow hair. I just choose not to because I don't think there's no reason I should just sit up one day, just wake up like, man, it's Tuesday, 11:15 in the morning. Let me go see what this barber doing. See if he can go ahead and hook me up. Like, I just feel weird about having I shave a lot and all of a sudden I got some sticky shit and Ecuadorian refugee hair on my face. Like, I don't think that's going to, no, I'm good. I'm good.
I think I can grow this though, but it itches.
It just itches. Yeah, that's why I shave it. It just itches too much.
I was going to grow it and then I was like, nah, I'm good. And then I met I was walking around and a Hebrew Israelite said, brother, where is your beard? I said, well, my face itches. He was like, where is your hair? I was like, I'm bald. He was like, brother, where's your purple? I was like, I don't have nothing. He was like, brother, how is the Lord going to identify you when he comes back? I'm like, you mean to tell me he ain't going to be able to figure out who I am because I don't have a purple shirt, facial hair, and a scattered hairline? Like, what?
Now, that's the first time I heard of that.
Bro, yeah, they don't play. Yeah, man, they don't play. I saw them in SAC. I was doing Laughs Unlimited. They was out there in front of the club.
Well, this is my thing because when I saw it, and I like it, because I think it's interesting how they do it. I'm kind of like with Jasmine, like if you gonna do it, make sure you in there you keep it up, you keep it maintenance. Because my homegirl was like, you would date a guy with that? I was like, I wear wigs and weaves, and so wouldn't it kind of be hypocritical if I would like
no,
this?
It wouldn't. No,
this is a wig, y'all. This is not my hair. This is a wig. And I've entered the wig phase of my life. I love being able to snatch my whole head off at the end of the day, tying it down with my scarf, and then tomorrow I get to look like a whole different person. Oh, I don't know what I've been doing my whole entire life. Right. Y'all saw what TAHIR said, get them lights up. So I would be okay with a guy if he had, like a beard. And then my homegirl was like, well, wouldn't you feel deceived? I was like, nigga, sometimes it be cornrows up under here. Like, dudes don't know what's up under here until they get in here. You got to get in here to find out what's under here. Like
once you get in there, it don't matter
at all.
That's true. Nobody give a shit then.
So Jasmine and Ty, I'm sorry. I mean, I believe in double standards to a certain extent.
I do too.
And men, we just not allowed to just do anything that women do sometimes. You know what I mean? Like a man got to be confident in who he is. If he's not, I don't trust him. I can't trust a man that's gonna sweat off his hair. That's not.
Toupees aren't new. Like that's what they used to be called, toupees.
Yeah, but they also look terrible. Right,
Sammy Davis.
Right, that's the boing boingins and all those. But it all look terrible. No, and ain't no
Steve Harvey rocked the unit for years, and it was obvious.
But at least he was like Jay, television personality. You understand? Like he's doing it. He ain't just out here working a random job. Like, you know what? I got to make sure I'm sexy. No man should be trying to be sexier than you.
Working at the bank as a teller, talking about some. Hold on for a second. Let me.
Do you feel like? Because I know you said the thing about double standards. Do you feel like women who wear weaves and wigs and makeup and whatever? Do you feel like it's a self-esteem issue for women, or you just feel like that's a natural thing that women do?
No, that's the culture. I mean, I think for women, like I feel like if a woman is naturally beautiful, like you don't necessarily need to, but if you want to, do your thing. You know what I mean? Like, but you don't need to
I have a
for
question
me.
about this.
Oh,
Because I kind of feel like the guys are requiring you get your friends or men to be confident when everybody's deals with confidence issues, not just men or women.
Mhm.
But I think you're requiring your male friends and your peers to feel confident, but you are also accepting things that women do when they don't feel confident, like getting BBLs or altering our face, our hair, our makeup, which
But I-
are sometimes
but I-
those are things we do because
I
we
don't
not.
want you to alter your face. Like,
But I think that's the thing. It depends on the
Don't.
guy, right? It depends on the guy too.
Yeah.
Like Aaron
I
just
like
said.
your natural beauty. Like for a woman, I want to see you. I want to see
What
a
if I'm
woman with
naturally
nothing.
ugly though? Then what do we do?
If I'm with you though, then what? Then what are we
Whole
talking
different
about?
ballgame.
You know what I'm saying? But if I'm not, like somebody, that's the thing. Like I'm not requiring a man to be anything outside of what a man is. A man is a protector. How is he going to protect you if he's so image conscious? You know what I mean? How is he going to protect you? The thing is a woman, is geared, and her nature is to be in her essence, is to make herself beautiful and do all these different things. That's not a man's natural position. A man's natural position is to protect and to provide. So when he's doing all this extra stuff, like fine, get clean, I don't mind that. But if he's altering his hair and doing all this extra stuff, why is he doing that? It's unnecessary. So it makes me think he's trying to be cute than you.
If I can interject, I always feel like this: if you're a man and you with a woman, you've already seen past everything, unless you like, because if you meet them 9 times out of 10, you're meeting somebody who's dolled up 9 times out of 10. That's why they always say the test is when you see them without anything, when you see them naturally, and then when you just like, yo, you still just as beautiful naturally as you are dolled up, then that means that person cares about you. And so when you do anything, women, I've always said this: women do this for themselves. Now, whether it be an esteem issue, whatever the case may be, that's not on me to judge. But women do it for themselves. But as a guy, as a guy, if I'm rocking with you, if I'm with you, I'm with you.
I'm with you. Period.
Hold on, 1 second. Play. So, are we going to pretend that there aren't societal norms and expectations of women and what we look like or should look like, because the whole women get cute for ourselves? Well, that's just
no. I'm not saying there are definitely societal norms. Again, we're in Los Angeles. For most of us in Los Angeles right now, where there's a certain standard of what a woman should be like, body size wise, or even a guy. So there are bullshit norms and societal norms, but there are also people who do things for themselves. I sit here and go to the gym 6 days a week and lift 120-pound dumbbells for me, not for anybody else. I do that for me. So I have female friends who put different wigs on and do their makeup on for them. That's what I'm saying in that regard.
Yeah.
And I've seen his arms. He does 120 pounds for sure. Nigga swole.
I don't know. All I was saying is I think you guys are saying, oh, men can't be insecure, but sometimes men don't feel good about themselves, and there's that one thing that could just make them help them.
Okay, well, I don't. Maybe I was twisting, rolling, lighting, or something at the time, but I never heard somebody say that men ain't insecure. I think that I think the protection part when it comes to like wearing a unit and all of that good stuff, I think what he was just talking to is that there's a different type of peer energy that you get from your male friends as a man, and that you get from your female friends when you're a female. There are different things. I don't think that I think that there's a misinterpretation going on. I think there are some very unstable, very not secure dudes out there, and I think there's just as many of those as there are females. There's just as many people. Every person on earth has a flaw on them right now that they would fix at the snap of a finger if they could do it. All of them, everybody. But we carry it a little different. As a woman, a woman's beauty, no matter which way you want to cut it, if it's a sexist purview of it or not, women are naturally more beautiful, pretty, dainty. They are, you know, that's just the nature of the woman. Not saying that's what you have to be. Not saying that all of that. You could be a fucking thug if you want to. I don't care. But you have to fight from your natural of the pretty, the beautiful. If you're not that, you're a tomboy. I mean, maybe I don't know how right all that shit is now. I don't know, but the point of it is what it is. And if you see a man not going out there being, you know, being more masculine, if he's out there doing the extra stuff that is not necessary for him to carry out his manly duties, then it's not looked the same upon with, you know, like through his men, you know what I'm saying, through the group of men.
Yeah,
And honestly, that's what we do. It's a community. You do it for the community, and you want to represent yourself in your community the best way you can. And all of it is self-esteem, no matter which way it is. But you know, whatever it is to make you feel better about yourself. I don't need to put on no unit to feel good about myself. I'm dope. I'm dope naked in the street. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I do it like it's whatever. I don't need to be dope. Not a goddamn thing. But you know, would I mind being 6'3"? That'd be dope. Ain't shit I can do about 6'3" though.
How tall are you? I feel like you that tall.
No, hell no. I'm 5'11".
I was gonna say, because you taller than me, Jay Phillips.
I might have had on some Alexander McQueens that day too. I'm 6'1" with my McQueens on. That's right. I paid $400 for them shoes. Them motherfuckers make me over 6 feet.
What you say? They better give me some height, goddamn it.
Goddamn right.
But one of all them souls better amp a nigga up a little bit. You just wear these bitches to be cute.
I'm looking at like I'm kind of up and down. Like I got my phone here, so I'm looking at the comments. And to the people in the comments, we're very happy that you're watching and that you're here, and we appreciate you. Please hit the like button while you're watching, and also be mindful that Tahir has designated me to host this evening, and let us do what we're doing. And if you don't like it, well, you have options. But to clarify just what I heard each and every person say as a preference, because I think a lot of times we try to bash people or make people feel bad about their preferences. The fellas on the panel tonight have said, hey, if a dude wants to do the man unit or the lace face, I don't even know what you call these things, but that's what we calling it tonight. The units and the lace face, they're like, hey, that's their business. They personally prefer not to do that for themselves. And that is okay. And I said, hey, I would date a dude that had a lace face as long as he, kept it together. Jasmine has expressed that, if hubby came home one day with the situation, she was like, okay, if this is what we're doing, but make sure that you get your lace face maintenance and you are put together. So I don't want anybody in the comments to try to, make anybody feel bad or, attack based on what our preferences are. And I think that we've gotten a little sensitive as a society anyway, when someone has a preference about what they do or do not like.
And I appreciate you, Ty. It's really about me. It's not about you. You know what I mean? Like, people are in the comments don't understand like what I'm saying. And I think Jay put it perfectly. He's just, I'm talking based on how guys a lot of times communicate with each other. And so it just is what it is, man. People are not going to agree all the time, but I don't think that it's okay for us to come and hide who we, are or how we think about certain things. I get it if I was like, no, women should be doing, no. I told you, like, yo, if you naturally beautiful, I love that. If you want to put makeup on, you do that. But against when I'm talking about my community of guys, I saw a brother in there. He said he had cancer. God bless you. Clearly, that's not what we're talking about, brother. If you want to put on something, you know what I mean, do your thing. We're talking about what we got going on here in this panel. I got the loss. Jay got, you know what I mean? We're talking about that and being okay with that and being comfortable with yourself as a man at the end of the day, because we need to be protectors. But it is what it is. I don't ever worry about that in these days. But I just want you to know you're doing a great job, Ty. It's not
again, I just don't want a lace face.
That
Thank you.
I just don't want a Velcro beard on my face. I just can't sit around here and got no glue. Then also as a dude, here's the problem with dudes getting the lace face, because then you got to have your girl make appointments, because niggas, we forget shit. We be like, oh, I was supposed to get this shit maintenance. Now this shit half hanging off his face on the other half. This nigga trying to re-glue it on. Like,
you can't. I'm not gonna have my boo out there with his lace face peeling off. No. First of all, we're gonna have a stash of the glue at the person, and you were gonna have some on your person just in case. Because I'm gonna make sure
that's gonna last until his homeboys find out what's going on. Then they're gonna roast the shit out of him. He'll never ever do it again. That's what's gonna happen. As soon as your homies find out that's what you want, it is going to be the last day that you hear about that shit, and you will never do it again. That's how we police our community.
Yeah,
right. Women, y'all do the same shit too, and don't even act like you don't. It's if y'all see a chick with a busted lace front on, if y'all see a chick with a wig that's maintenance wasn't up kept, if y'all see somebody's shoes ain't right, if you see that. Y'all be all over them hoes. Girl.
Not all the time, though. It's not all the time. Because let's be honest, we've all looked at somebody, we be like, she ain't got no friends. Because, like, even seeing people.
That ain't none of my business. That ain't none of my business.
See what I'm saying? Some people like, no, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But niggas, we look at each other, we be like, hey, fam, let me. All right, I'm not gonna put you to the side. Nigga, what are you doing? Why you got this on? Why is your face peeling this up? Yeah, what are those? Like, ask this nigga with a lace face on. Nigga, why do I see glue tracks by your eyes? You know, so what the fuck is wrong with your face? Like,
you see, I think but that's just it. Like, it's about, the different approaches. Like, listen, I don't want people around me that are just going to stay and appease me just to make me feel good. I need my homegirls to be like, sis, that's not a good look for you. You know what I mean? And I have had homegirls that I'd be like, what do you think it is? I'm killing these hoes. She was like, I don't know what hoes you think you're killing.
Not these hoes.
Take it off.
Not these hoes.
And so I told
see, with me, it has to be a real friend. I don't just go around walking giving people advice because people will snap on you, and you might really be trying to help somebody. Like, girl, your lace is lifting up. I can see your scalp. And then they will
do that to strangers.
Hey, but niggas can't walk. Hey, look, let's be real. Niggas can't walk to random niggas either.
Hold on real quick, Mr. J, because here's another thing. There's certain scenarios where we don't say anything, and I'm saying we as ladies, and Jasmine, I think you can back me up on this. There's certain things about the ladies where we know. So we don't even have to say something. Like, if my lace is lifting, like if I'm peeling back, I know it is because we can feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel the need to be like, hey, sis, you might want.
You won't say that to her. That's not the point I make. You say that to the sis that you with. You be like, girl, look at her. Look at her over there with the Yamley shirt on. Look at that. Don't look now. But look, her shit is peeling up right there on the front. That doesn't make no goddamn. Look at her shit. Look at that. That's what y'all do.
If it's something small, like if it's like, say, I remember one time this lady was coming out the bathroom and she had like toilet paper stuck to her shoe, and hey sis, something like that is different. Yeah. But if your eyebrows don't match, I'm not gonna say nothing to you. If your lashes, one is, I'm gonna let you. That shit.
But will you say something to your girl though? Will you say something to your girl?
Yes.
Most of the time, my girl will have already seen it because women have the ability to use telepathy. Like sometimes, me and my homegirls have whole conversations and no words are said. We could just look at each other.
That's okay. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
That's how we was doing it. But doing some mess. Between which I think this is the oddest beef. I don't know. Maybe I feel like this is an odd beef, but Michael Rapaport and Kevin Durant are exchanging words with one another. Were you guys aware of this? There's some drama and some messiness.
Michael Rapaport be putting out text messages. I'm like, yo, when did you niggas get this cool? But I think, I think a lot of people have had this thing with Michael Rapaport where we like, yo, you stick up with people, but sometimes you step over the line a little bit. It'd be like, look at Ramy. Like, we remember you from High Learning, nigga. You shot Tyra Banks. Like, calm down, nigga. Like,
hey, yo, that is hilarious, by the way. Because That was hilarious. But the two people involved with the beef is odd to me. Michael Rapaport is an actor and stand-up comedian. And Kevin Durant, and listen, I don't want nobody coming for me. I don't want to, hey, I don't know a lot about the basketball. I know that
basketball.
I know that Jay Phillips, he's from Seat Pleasant, which is round on okay.
We both PG County, absolutely.
I don't know who he played for now, but I know that he played a basketball. That I do know that. What in the hell is Kevin Durant and Michael Rapaport? They literally are arguing screenshots. Lawyers have gotten called, and apparently it's because Kevin Durant did an interview after a game or something, and I guess the reporters were kind of getting on. I don't really know because I didn't care, child. I just thought screenshots were funny because Michael Rapaport put out the screenshots of Kevin Durant basically calling him all kinds of names and going at him in his DMs or text messages. Why is this? What is happening?
Called him a piece of shit. He said all you do is cocksuck other men for attention. He told him to go suck a dick. Look, he called him all type of things. Basically, Kevin Durant keep getting mad because his hairline won't grow in Phil, so he got to take that shit out on somebody. Like that same. You ain't seen this nigga say? No, Kevin Durant shit.
I thought Kevin Durant had a hairline. It was just
that shit. That nigga shit. That nigga shit keep getting traded to teams with him. Like he go to another team and the part of his hairline stay there. Like now he in Brooklyn and
so he plays for the Who's?
He's on the Brooklyn Nets.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not his hairline. It's just
it's just in here. It's like in the middle of this.
Doesn't even try.
One of the great basketball players of all time. He don't give a fuck about his hairline.
All time.
He's moving. He don't give a shit about none of that. Like, that nigga's like, yeah, check ball, nigga. You want to talk about my hair? Check ball, nigga. What's up?
Nigga, for years, we made LeBron wear a headband. We told niggas had to tell LeBron, hey, bro, we get it. We know. We see this shit.
Why? But see, and to your earlier point, or to someone's earlier point, why would he need a unit if he's a great basketball player? Okay, now I don't know what position he plays, but I know he's really good. And the reason I know he's really good is because I know the name. When I hear it, I know the name, and I have a mental picture of what he looks like. And my little nephew Isaiah knows all the basketball people, and he taught me some stuff about the basketball. And he's like 8 or 7. I'm not a really good auntie, but I know that I love. But I just thought it was so. So I don't know about anybody else, but I've been in situations where someone has come for my neck. Maybe, I mean, not famous, obviously, because I'm not famous, but someone has come for my neck, and I just was like, oh wow, that's what they're over there doing. That's what they're saying. That's crazy. People have tagged me into it, like, yo, you see what such and such says, and I was like, hey man, they arguing with themselves at this point. I'm not doing that over there. Would the number of screenshots that is going on between these two, like at this point, can y'all just square up and fight? Like he literally said, hey, meet me at this place, and now lawyers are involved. Would you, any of you?
Really? Let me look this up.
Yeah,
I had to pull my computer out.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
I'm reading the screenshot, so this is what Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant. So Michael Rapaport put it on his blog at IG.
Yeah, Michael Rapaport put the screenshots out.
He told him, he said, go help. So Michael Rapaport told him, he said, go help kids in Bronzeville, Brooklyn, and stop being a fucking putz. Kevin Durant went in, was like, you a bitch for even caring about how I do interviews. All you do is cocksuck other men for attention. Trump didn't pay attention to your sorry ass, so now you want to use everybody else to get views. He said, your life is a joke, you fucking pale cocksucker. Go get some sun. It's fucking with your brain, you piece of shit.
Damn.
That's just the beginning. And then
that was voicemail?
No, nigga, these are the words of Kevin Durant, nigga. Kevin Durant typed it. Kevin Durant is known for going on Twitter and shit.
Wife and all of this stuff and lawyers and stuff involved. These are two grown men, by the way. Grown-up adult men arguing on the computer phone.
So that's he did it through the wrong account because normally he talks shit through a burner account. That shit got exposed a while back.
That shit is hilarious though. I pulled it up. And then here's what comes up on the headlines. Kevin Durant calls Michael Rapaport a pale, cum guzzling, pasty bitch. That's a headline, nigga.
That's ridiculous.
Look at that. That's the whole headline.
Well, shit, let me click here and see what the story says.
Why did Rapaport post it though?
Because he wants people to feel sorry for him. Because I'm Michael Rapaport. Don't you love me? All this other shit. He does it.
He goes hard.
Is that
Michael Rapaport?
I don't know why when Mike Tyson. I don't know why when Mike Tyson shit happens.
Mr. J, that was your Michael Rapaport.
I know I went Mike Tyson for some reason. I don't know.
But it's hard.
I went hard. But it's like Michael Rapaport always has to try to find a way to say he goes in on everything, and sometimes people don't pay him no attention. Kevin Durant basically was one of the people that was like, I got time, and you got the right one.
I'll tell you what, just because.
So my question is, so is it wrong of Kevin Durant for like saying, you know what, I got time today, or should he have taken the high road? And
so what did it? So what started it? What part of Michael Rapaport said what to him that said that?
Okay, so this is what happened. Kevin Durant was playing a basketball game against somebody.
Don't you say basketball one more again, goddamn it.
Right.
You on that goddamn name. That is basketball. Stop doing that. We men. Come on now.
Okay. So Kevin Durant was playing a game of basketball against some other team that I have no idea who that was.
Sure.
After the basketball game, to which I believe his team lost that game, he was at a press conference and the sports people were asking him questions. And one of the questions that was posed to him, Kevin Durant did not like the question. Maybe the question was difficult for him to answer. Whatever the case is, Michael Rapaport then went to his computer phone and he started to make a series of videos and tweets and comments about how Kevin Durant should have just did the interview or stop being a bitch and answer the questions or not or blah, 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 blah.
So that's an important part of it. Thank you. That's what I was trying to get to. So now if man to man, you kind of cross all lines and all bets are off. Once you say to another man that you are a bitch, once you do that,
it's over.
That means you pretty much can. That's the first punch. A lot of times you call a man a bitch and in the face he can hit you.
That's flag on play. Okay,
I'm just saying if that's what the case is, then all right, cool. He can go all in, but. I listen to Michael Rapaport all the time. I really do. I know Mike. I know Mike. I know him better than I know KD. KD from my neighborhood, but I still know Mike better than I know KD. So Mike talked that shit about everybody all day, every day. It don't matter who it is, black, white, gray. This motherfucker is an asshole to the whole world, and that's his gig. Yep. That's what he does, and that's what he does on stage. That's what he does in movies. That's what that's what he does in real life. He plays a big version of himself. So,
see, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. All of that ain't nothing to me. All that probably that's the same. He used to that. That's what he do. He probably didn't expect to get all of the smoke come back, but
that's what he does. I saw him in the airport.
He always does that.
Always. Okay. I saw him in the airport, was going to go up to him and just be like, hey, man, I appreciate you. I'm a comic. The way he was talking to his girl, but it was just normal banter, like from where he's from.
That's how we talk.
I was like, I'm good. It was just rough. Everything was rough. Yeah, that's him. So I'm shocked that he would take offense to what KD was.
I think it's like Jay Phillips just said, he didn't think he was going to catch that smoke like that. He didn't think it was gonna come back like you just said. If you talk shit this much and everybody like, oh, that's just what he do. That's just what they do. But somebody come back and like, oh, you thought this was a game? And then
if you look at the screenshots, like Kevin Durant, there's periods where Michael Rapaport isn't even saying anything, and Kevin Durant is like, "Where you at? What you?" And I'm like, and of course I don't know him, but Kevin Durant, like, bruh, I don't know if he plays basketball the way that he was talking to this man in these screenshots, But it was very aggressive. And I'm
Well,
gonna
the answer to that is yes.
He does.
Yeah.
Gets buckets.
All three of us was like,
He
yeah,
does.
yeah, it does, yeah.
Jasmine, do you
absolutely.
watch basketball? Like, because I don't.
Girl, I don't watch football. I don't watch baseball. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch a dribble, a playoff, nor an all-star game, honey. I do not.
I don't be knowing.
Subscribe, okay?
What do you do all day?
Anything else?
1.2 million people on it.
But you know what? I'm a big proponent of, first of all, two things I have to say. Why is Michael Rapaport always in Black people business? Is it because of sports? I don't know what he do. But the second thing I have to say is I'm a big proponent of not addressing people who come at you if there's no need to address them. So if that's Michael's personality, I don't know why Kevin Durant even addressed him. If he's like a piece of shit, then that's something you step over. So why are you even responding to him anyway?
Yeah.
He was probably smoking an L and was just like, man, this would be funny. Like,
What happens is you get slightly embarrassed when somebody gets you. It's just like, you know, we as comics, we've been in that situation before to where you put somebody up against the ropes and you got everybody laughing at them, and that shit turned from all right, yeah, all right, you got yeah. Hey man, hey, when there ain't gonna be no more business. You know, so I'm imagining that's what happens. Because that energy just it builds in you to where you just
real.
seeing everybody looking and shit, and then hey man, so maybe that's what just happened. I don't know, but this should have been done in a couple days. He threatened to beat his ass. That's what niggas from my area do when you fuck around.
He definitely
he got reached too. 7
It's in there. It's in the comments. It's PG County. That's
PG. Yep.
That's PG County shit. Don't talk that shit.
Oh wait, hold, because I wasn't paying attention to the comments. So even though I'm not a PG County, I am in Maryland, and like I said, DC and Baltimore are cousins. So don't come for us unless we send for you. That's one. And two, it's 11:51 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means that we are nearing the close of this episode of Zooming with the Homies. So first, of course, I want to say I think you all are amazing. I don't know. I know Jay, you've been on here before. Jasmine, you know the drill. Aaron or Mr. J, have you guys done Zooming with the Homies before?
Nah, this is the first time for me on here. This is my first time. Yeah.
You have done it, Aaron. Okay. So, Jay, well, what's going to happen is we're all going to close out, but other people are going to go so you can kind of see what it is. It's basically your opportunity to give closing remarks, tell the audience what you have coming up, where they can find you, all of that stuff. So let's do this. Ladies first, because I love her face, I love her voice, I love her videos, I love everything about what she has going on. Let's go Jasmine W, and then we will go Aaron, and then we will go Jay Phillips, and then we will go Jay Washington, and then I will close out.
Okay, thank you guys. I have some shout outs that I want to do. Thank you, Mario Peterson. Thank you, Ash Alexandra. Thank you, Young Deuces. Thank you, Lewis Harrison. And thank you, Ernestine L. Shout out to me changing the subject. Okay, honey. I will be on Keep Your Distance Comedy on April the 16th. If you guys don't know, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at JAZMYNJW. I'll change my name in just a second. And then on my YouTube, people who don't even watch the show watch my YouTube. So you can check me out on Comedian Jasmine W on YouTube. We're still doing Married at First Sight, and we are starting Ready to Love on Friday. So I will be making fun of anything and everything regarding those shows. That's all. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so very much, Jasmine. And again, guys, I'm not just saying this because she's here. I was a fan of hers, and I'm still a fan of hers, but I hope that one day we become friends. But, you know, we got the virtual connection. Her videos are absolutely funny. They're smart, and they talk about real things, especially if you are a person of color or if you're a participant of any type of minority group. I promise you, you will have your soul fed and you will be educated at the same time. So if you're on TikTok, please go follow her, Instagram, wherever you are. follow her and continue to support Jasmine. Always a pleasure. Up next, Aaron Edwards Hall.
Oh, okay. Sorry. You're just so wonderful with it. Like you never know what you're gonna say next. Yeah, follow me at AE Comedy. Also, kind of like Jasmine, I have a program called Laugh to Love, and that's where we talk about real talk conversations with comedy about race in America. And so we laugh a little bit, and then we talk about some real stuff. So it's really great. And then like I said, AE Comedy, hit me up, man. I'm so proud of Tahir, just in what he's doing, his platform, and I'll support that brother to the moon, man. So it's been a pleasure, even been on here with you guys.
Well, it was so nice to meet you virtually, and I hope I get to see and connect with you in real life. So
Awesome.
I hope you enjoyed yourself this evening. And let's see. Oh, up next we have Jay Phillips. I love me some Jay Phillips. You so funny. Go ahead, Jay Phillips.
Well, first of all, thank you guys. Thank you, Vern. Thank you, Lou Deasy. Thank you, Young Deuces, all for the Cashapp love. That is very mighty kind of you. Hey, and if you don't want to give me any Cashapp love, I'm absolutely cool with that. Instead of taking that Cashapp love, I'm doing my best to build my YouTube page right now. If you guys don't know, I produce TV and stuff like that as well. I've been putting all of my powers that I had into my TV stuff and working on my live stream. So I've come up with a few different live stream shows that I do that's including my podcast, which is Mind of the Quiet Dude right there, Mind of the Quiet Dude 2.0. That comes every Monday night on my page at 10:30 p.m. I know it's late night on the West Coast, but that's when I do that. And also what I have is a show every Tuesday and Thursday on there. It's called Run and Gun Fantasy. There it is right there with me and my main man, BT Kingsley. We pick fantasy basketball teams. We do it in a funny way. We got a timer. It's a shot clock. We got 20 minutes to pick a team live on DraftKings. We do it with the help of all of the people in the live stream with us. We pull your comments over, and you can help us pick a team. We do that every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. So come over and hang out with us, man. I would really like for y'all to come over and just give me an ad, a subscribe, and all of that cool stuff, and take that ride with me, man. We about to have some fun over on the Jay Phillips live page. I would love to hear from you. Oh, and matter of fact, one more. I'm so sorry. I don't want to take up so much of your time, but I got one more thing that I have to promote. This weekend, I will be back in the DMV. I'm going to be at Arlington Cinema Draft House. Arlington Cinema Draft House for 4 shows, 7 and 9:30 p.m. Go to their website, get the tickets early. Arlington Cinema Draft House Friday and Saturday, and also catch me on the radio show in the afternoons from 2 to 6 every day on the DL Hughley radio show and TV show that comes on once a week on Pluto TV. And I think that's it.
Nice.
I am so mad at myself because I forgot to say the 2 biggest things. Don't hate me, Jay Phillips, but I'm glad that you were here. And I do listen to the Mind of the Quiet Dude podcast. I didn't know about the other stuff, but I am a fan of how you just transitioned and had your own slides and stuff. And you're going to have to show me how you made the thing go across the screen, because I don't know how to do that. But,
hey, man, that's part of that. That's the part of that shit that I was learning. Goddamn.
Shit. But I don't know what Earth is going to be looking like, but hopefully I get to see you. The Comedy Factory is open, so hopefully if you're up a little closer up DC, Baltimore, hopefully I run into you. So always a pleasure.
Before Ty, I'm so sorry. I want Jay to go last and close it out. I just forgot to thank folks, so I just wanted to do that real quick. JC3, Young Deuces, Sean McCray Jr., and Ernestine. Thank you so much for hitting the cash up. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
And Mr. J. Washington, you've seen how the others have done it. This is this opportunity for you to do your closing remarks. Thank people for your cash apps.
I got this.
What you got going on.
Yo, first of all, thank you to Young Deuces and Ernestine L for the Cashapp. I appreciate it very much. Thank you to everybody for having me on here. Ty, you're phenomenal. Jasmine, thank you so much. Jay Phillips, it's a pleasure and an honor. Aaron, it's always good seeing you, bro. That's the real truth. I appreciate that. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington. That's MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. Go ahead and do that. Check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/JAYWashington80. I do a whole bunch of movie reviews. Currently, I'm doing Falcon and Winter Soldier. Just doing my review for Bad Trip, trailer reactions, and so much more. It's all over there. Every Tuesday and Thursday, you can catch me and my co-host, Winston A. Marshall, Blurs in the Hood, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. on the East Coast, youtube.com/BLERDS, the letter NTHEHOOD. We get you caught up on the world of pop culture, entertainment, sports, news, politics, and a whole lot more from a Blurs perspective, and we are unapologetically black. And as you can tell in the background, I'm a comic book fan, so check out the Mad Titan podcast everywhere you get your podcast from, because I personally get you caught up on all the things happening in the Marvel and DC live action and cinematic universes. It is Barbershop Talk for Nerds, so come on in the combo with that. I got shows coming as well. Eventually, just follow me on all of social, and that's all. But thank you so much, Tahir. I hope you see this later. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. J. Washington. And now it's my turn, guys. Listen, as always, I have to give a shout out to Tahir for being such a great friend and having a wonderful platform, and for trusting me to do his show again tonight. If you guys enjoyed me as a host, thank you. I appreciate that. And if you guys don't like me as a host, well, there's nothing you can do about it, because I've already done it twice.
You're great.
But I do appreciate everyone. You still have time to make sure you hit the like button on this video. Also, do not forget that there is a new episode of More to the Story that is out now with Farron Moore and Carrie Dad Polee. Tomorrow, new episode of Wording is Hard with Just Niche. If you've never seen any episode of Wording is Hard before, this is probably going to be the one that you want to see. Fantastic show. And then Just Niche is just ridiculously funny. And of course, we all love to hear. And then on Thursday, we have another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary coming out. So make sure you watch that. Also, subscribe to TahirMoore's Patreon. Like, comment, share, follow, subscribe to all of the people that you see on the panel. You guys know where to find me. I'm on the computer phone. Just go to the Instagram, and the link for all my shit is there. The Insomniac Lounge on Clubhouse will be open tonight. If you're on Clubhouse, well, that's where you can find me over there, and we'll be talking about many things. I had fun. I also want to thank Omar, Ash Alexandra, Young Deuces, Patrick Courtney, T. Gibson, Lou Deasy, and of course, LeBaron from Popcorn World. Shout out to LeBaron, best popcorn in the world, and has over 250 flavors for you to choose from. Don't forget that you can also have your custom Yamly merchandise and Yam Fam merchandise available for purchase now. And Clubhouse Oprah, get your ass out of here merchandise is all available. Click the link in my bio. Tomorrow is another episode of Zooming with Homies. I'm not sure if it's going to be Tahir or if Nick is going to be guest hosting. I'm not sure, but what I do know is that you need to pull up and watch it. You guys have been fantastic. Shout out to the Moore Mob. Shout out to the Moore moderators. And of course, the Rewatch Gang. So until next time, guys, peace out.